Good evening, everybody. Tonight I'm going to do a quick review of Moebius Models 1/32 scale Cylon Raider from their Battlestar Galactica series. This is the fourth release they've done for BSG, the first one being the Viper Mark II, followed up by the Galactica, and then the Viper Mark VII. So, the box is a little bit smaller. It's a smaller, same scale as the other two fighter aircraft, just the smaller vehicle itself. The box is printed very shiny, like a lot of attention's been put into the box. They give a little bit of information written on the back. This here is actually just tacked on. They like giving a little diorama, so you got the backdrop here of Cylon fleet with the double boomerang base star and a little informational sheet with the corners cut off. That's a bit of a nice touch. One little thing though, you see here the pictures on the back of the box are the actual model. The picture on the front of the box, however, is a different ship. This is the later on in the series. I think it was the beginning of season 4. They restyled the Raider to look more like the Centurion, so more angular face. The earlier on in the series, a bit more streamlined, not as angular, and that was the design they used for the box art. When I build mine, I'm probably going to backdate it to this earlier style. Largely all the same details, just a couple of things to be removed, and the head needs to be resculpted, but that's something for another review or another video. So I'm going to open up the box now, and what you see when you open a box is parts. Like, there's no extra room in here. They've packed it in really nicely. And again, this is 1/72 scale. Sorry, 1/32 scale. I'm saying 1/72 because I was going to show you an earlier Battlestar Galactica model. Same, like this is the Raider again. This is the 1/72 scale from Black Sun Models. Now you can see the 1/32 is a somewhat larger beast. So first sprue is top of the fuselage with the engines, top and bottom halves. Pretty straightforward. I got a sprue of clear parts, which is the Aurora style base, the engine inserts, and a little visor piece here for the front of the head. The next bag of sprues are pretty much everything else. The wings, the head, the engines, and the underside of the craft, which has the engine pods and the gun pods. Last thing in the sheet, in the box, is the instruction sheet. A little bit of different from the other ones as it's printed in black and white, but it does have the corners cut off, keeping in line with the BSG style. So kind of cute, and you know, pretty straightforward. They didn't need anything really fancy for this build, and it shows for this model. And it shows it's clear, it's to the point, and the back page is a bit of a painting guide. I think color would have been good for the back here, but again, the amount of screen caps and high resolution images you can get online, they probably didn't really need to go out of their way to find stuff. But overall, it's going to be a really fun build. There's lots of, as much as I'd say there's lots of room, there isn't a lot of room. Like, a lot of people have already started lighting these. I'm saying there's lots of room inside the body, but you're going to be having fun cramming in LEDs into the head here. Unless you decide to go with the route I'm going to use, that I've taken a liking to, which is using the micro LEDs. What are micro LEDs? Give you an example. These here, the little yellow rectangles, those are the LEDs themselves. This is just a carrier for them. So you look, depending on how you want to orientate them inside the head. Not a lot of room in there even for these. You can get them smaller than this, but this is the size I like working with. Some because you can actually still solder them by hand. So, that's where that sits. This is one model I'm looking forward to building. And mark this on your calendar, folks. I'm actually closing the box up because I still have the Galactica, the Yamato, and a few other things to get built before I even get around to doing this one. But I already have lighting circuit for these, for this one. I would like to build at least 2 of them because I bought 2 circuits. One straight from the box and then another one done up as a first season Raider. Which again, when you compare the 2 side by side, there's only a few minor differences. So it'd be quite easy to backdate this model, which is a late series ship, to a first season ship. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.